Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. My name is Dora Klaiko. I'm a senior IT recruiter and an organizational psychologist. And today I'll be guiding us through a fascinating topic, AI in recruitment balancing benefits and biases. This presentation is designed to help us understand where AI fits into modern recruitment processes. I'll also be covering some of the risks and biases that can occur when we rely too heavily on AI without careful oversight. Finally, we'll explore ways to minimize these biases to ensure fair and ethical recruitment practices. Here's a quick outline of our session today. First, we'll review the recruitment cycle, what the hiring process looks like from start to finish. We'll then look at how AI tools are used in each stage of this cycle. Next, we'll discuss AI's benefits in recruitment, showing why so many organizations are investing in these technologies. Then we'll shift to an essential part of today's topic, understanding and managing the biases that AI can introduce. We'll wrap up with an interactive practice session to try out some AI tools and see how they can be applied effectively. The recruitment process may look simple on the surface, but it's actually a series of complex steps that need careful planning. This process includes 6 main stages preparing. This is where the hiring journey begins. We meet with hiring managers to define the skills, experience, and personal qualities we're looking for. We also build a persona, an ideal candidate profile, to guide us through the process. Sourcing. Here, we ask ourselves, where can we find our ideal candidates? This could be on job boards, through social media, at career fairs, or even from employee referrals. This stage is about reaching out to potential candidates, even if they're not actively job hunting. Screening. This is where we dig into the applications and identify the best potential hires. Screening might include reviewing resumes, conducting phone interviews, and using skills assessments. Selecting. By this point, we're down to a smaller group of candidates. We conduct in-depth interviews or give specific assignments to identify the best match. Hiring. After all the interviews and assessments, the hiring manager and recruiter make a decision. It's important here to keep track of objective criteria to ensure fairness. Onboarding, the final step. We introduce the new hire to the team, provide training, and support them as they settle in. As we'll see in the next slides, AI can be a powerful partner to help at every step. Now let's talk about how AI can step in and support each part of this cycle. Different types of AI bring different capabilities to the table. Machine learning learns from past data to make predictions or identify patterns. In recruitment, ML might predict a candidate's likelihood to stay long-term based on similar past hires. Natural language processing is what powers chatbots, helping them understand and respond to human language. It's also used in AI tools that can suggest improvements for job descriptions. Sentiment analysis is an AI tool which analyzes language to gauge a candidate's mood, attitude, or engagement. It can be helpful in understanding if a candidate is genuinely interested in the role or how satisfied they are with the process. Are you curious how they use sentiment analysis? Simply pause the presentation and watch this video, then come back. There are clear benefits to using AI in recruitment. AI can analyze applications much faster than a person, reducing the time it takes to find and hire top talent. AI can provide consistent answers and decisions, which can reduce the subjectivity that humans sometimes bring. By handling large volumes of data, AI can identify candidates who might be a great fit but otherwise might not stand out. AI-powered chatbots can answer candidate questions 24/7, schedule interviews, and keep applicants updated, creating a more responsive and engaging experience. AI makes recruiting faster, more efficient, and more candidate-friendly. But this brings us to an essential question. Is AI always fair? Please watch this video and let's discuss together the advantages and disadvantages of using AI tools. AI brings risks of bias, especially since it learns from historical data, which often contains unconscious biases. For example, if past hiring data favored one demographic over others, AI could adopt and continue this trend. This is called data bias. Sometimes the way an algorithm is built can favor certain candidates over others unintentionally, which is an algorithmic bias. Sample bias is when AI is trained on a narrow set of data and it won't represent the diversity of the real world. Altogether, if there's an error in how data is collected or interpreted, it can lead to unfair assessments. Pay attention. Bias can also sneak into job descriptions, sometimes in subtle ways. Gender bias often shows up subtly in job descriptions, hiring criteria, and even interview questions. While it may not be intentional, certain phrases or requirements can discourage applicants of a specific gender. For example, terms like dominant, assertive, or rock star are often associated with stereotypically masculine traits. Research has shown that these words can deter women from applying because they may not identify with those descriptors. We can see the discrimination bias related to age, race, or disabilities as well. It is not just about AI. Biases are natural cognitive mechanisms which can significantly influence recruitment processes, often leading to unfair or ineffective hiring decisions. Just think about the halo effect, when a candidate's strong performance in one area can disproportionately influence the recruiter's overall impression. For instance, if a candidate is articulate, the recruiter may assume they are also competent in other areas, even if there is no supporting evidence. Recruiters may seek out information that confirms their preconceived notions about a candidate, ignoring evidence that contradicts those beliefs. For example, if a recruiter has a positive impression of a candidate based on their resume, they may overlook red flags during the interview. This is the confirmation bias. Imagine there are hundreds of shortcuts in our brain. Daniel Kahneman made the first researches in the topic in the 70s. By recognizing and addressing these cognitive biases, we can improve our recruitment processes and enhance diversity, equity, and overall effectiveness in hiring. Please let's take a few minutes to get to know our most important cognitive biases. Trust me, it's worth it. Now let's get hands-on with AI tools in recruitment. We'll divide into small teams, and here's our plan. Choose a job role. Each team will pick a role like HR manager or sales representative. Define a candidate persona. Imagine the ideal candidate. What skills, personality, and experience should they have? Create a job ad with AI. Write a job ad with AI's help and use a bias detection tool to check for gender or age bias. Optional fun. Try generating a short podcast or video introducing your job ad. This can give you a new way to engage candidates. This exercise will give you practical experience with the tools we've discussed and show how AI can make recruitment both easier and more inclusive. Thank you for your attention and the energy invested. I am Dora Klaiko, organizational psychologist from Hungary and the University of Pest, and this presentation was generated using AI text-to-speech based on my own voice. Have fun using AI tools, but be careful with biases.